Tuesday of the third week of Lent. Cain. The younger son gathered all he had and took his journey into a far country. Luke 15, verse 13. Luke 15 begins with an important detail. The tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear Jesus. Luke 15, verse 1. Many people have come to listen to this most important teaching, and among them, at the outskirts of the crowd, are them, the sinners, the outcasts, the rejected ones. Ancient Jewish culture has labels for those who are on the fringe. They are sinners. So imagine how they react to the parable of the prodigal son, especially to these lines. There was a man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, "Father, give me the share of property that falls to me." And he divided his living between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took his journey into a far country, and there he squandered his property in loose living. Luke 15, verses 11 to 13. Imagine how the people who know they are sinners bow their heads in shame, perhaps recalling their own mistakes and the gifts they have squandered. The parable continues. And when he had spent everything, a great famine arose in that country, and he began to be in want. So he went and joined himself to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed swine. Luke 15, 14 to 15. How many of the sinners listening to Jesus' words might squirm in embarrassment, knowing how they have hired themselves out to sin? Jesus continues to teach, speaking the words of the penitent son. I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Luke 15, verses 18 and 19. So many of the sinners who are present believe that they are no longer worthy of love. And there, beholding them all, is Mary. Mary sees them. She sees their heads bowed in shame and their tears flowing from fear and regret. Mary beholds these crowds with the eyes of a loving mother. As her son speaks to the crowd, Mary notices their pain, not with judgment, but with the deep understanding and empathy that only a mother can have. Women and men instinctively seek to protect other people in unique ways. Men turn toward the threat, shielding the others behind them. Women turn toward those they want to defend, enveloping them in an embrace and holding them tight, providing security and comfort. When you and I are hurting, Mary moves to us, seeking to embrace us as a mother embraces her child. Don't be afraid to allow Mary to see you. She sees your pain with a pure love for you and deep understanding, offering reassurance and wrapping you in her comforting embrace. For your prayer, spend an additional 15 minutes today in prayer. Reflect on the lives of Jesus and Mary through the Rosary. Aim to pray 3 decades if you can. At the end of each decade, pause for a few minutes of silence and ask Mary to look at you. Let yourself be seen. Trust that she is not looking at you or your circumstances in judgment. Then ask Mary to take you to her Son. Let go of any distractions and let this happen however the Spirit desires. Simply ask Mary to bring you to Jesus. What words stood out to you as you prayed? Enjoy your prayer.